YouTube, welcome in all of you hail raisers. Got another Raise Hail Praise Dale episode for y'all on a new night, but same podcast. So, we didn't do it last night because somebody decided he wanted to get a a motorcycle.
Yep, that's pretty accurate.
But any hoots, it is my daughter's birthday today, so happy birthday to Skylar. I know she ain't listening because, at least currently, because she's in there jamming out to a Hamilton musical here through my bedroom door. Other than that, we got lots of stuff to go over. We even got some new news today that we wouldn't have been able to announce on the podcast if we had done it yesterday. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
I guess without further ado, we'll just go ahead and hit that intro, huh?
Let's roll it. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome in. Like you said before, this is Raise Hail Praise Dale. Different day. But like he said, I wanted a motorcycle. So
yeah.
But I'm JT Dallas.
I am Voodoo.
Good night. And
get to the right part of our notes.
Say what?
I was all the way at the end of our notes instead of the beginning. Goes over. So, see y'all next week.
What's new in your life?
Well, it's like I said, my daughter turned 16 today. We got that going on. Other than that, we went to the lake/reservoir, whatever you want to call it, Sunday to do her little birthday party and have everybody out there.
Yeah.
Thursday, not tomorrow, but the day after, she and one of my sons is going to be singing the national anthem at a minor league baseball game.
That's pretty cool.
And then Friday, she's getting her Letterman jacket, so it's going to be a fun week.
Man, she just got an eventful week.
Right. I think she had state testing this week, too.
Right.
Fun times. What about you, man? What you got going on besides the motorcycle?
Man, honestly, that and work has been about it. I haven't killed myself yet.
Good. That's good.
I bought just a small starter bike. Gonna try to learn to ride a little bit.
Need to get my wife on board with me getting one. That'd be great.
My wife was kind of halfway on board because her dad rode forever and her grandpa rode and all that. So, she was more than half. Well, I'd say a little more than halfway. And we got a really good deal on it. So, I mean, I got a bike, a bunch of extra parts, and the bike was running and everything less than $1,000. So, not bad.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
But other than that, not been a whole lot going on. Dealing with 2 kids.
Those are always fun.
Oh yeah.
Have kids, they say. It'll be fun, they said.
At least I'm not like you and have 800 of them.
Yeah, I only got 5. One basketball team.
Just the basketball team, huh? But other than that, man.
Alright, let's roll into post-race breakdown.
Let's do her tour. All right, so starting off with penalties from Talladega, Matty D. Burrito and Austin Green have been docked 20 driver and owner points and 5 playoff points, fined $25,000 for the rear bumper cover violation found in the pre-qualifying / pre-race tech. So, you know that old saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying? Well, they got caught.
Yeah, they trying a little too hard.
Yep.
That was at Talladega.
Yep.
Xfinity. Texas. Also in Xfinity. Seems like Xfinity is where the cheating happens recently.
Right.
Colleague has been fined $10,000, and the crew chief of the number 10, Mr. Kevin Walter, has been suspended for Charlotte. That was after Daniel Dye's car had been found to have 2 loose lug nuts post race at Texas. So we mentioned that penalty. Well, we didn't technically mention that penalty yet, have we?
Nope,
That would have been this episode. So, normally we would have just mentioned it in post race text and be like, "Hey, we know there's a fine coming," but now we get to mention the penalty.
Right. Moving on to ARCA from this last weekend, the Music City 150. Max Reeves got the pole. He also finished first, followed by Tyler Reif, Hunter Wright, Isaac Kitzmiller, and Zachary Tinkle. He doesn't get made fun of.
I was about to say that has to be a rough name for during school time. But anyways, rounding out your top 10, you got the 96 of Jackson McLaren coming in 6th, Takuma Koga in 7th, Becca
Monopoly.
It doesn't look like Monopoly, but I'm gonna say it like Monopoly. Monopoly, I'm used to the Y on the end, not the I. Quinn Davis in 9th. Yeah, probably. Nate Moeller coming in 10th in that number 06.
Yes,
cool.
Sir.
Got some ARCA to look forward to this weekend too, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
We do. You go ahead with the Xfinity.
Well, I'll get to the trucks first. How about that?
Yeah, I was looking at trucks, not Xfinity. So
SpeedyCash.com 250. Purses obviously the same as every other every other truck race. $782,900. I'll still take it, even if it's just the last 3 digits.
The truck guys might be a little upset if theirs is only 700,000.
Yeah. Whatever. Give it to me. Take it.
Right.
The poll went to Mr. Tyler Ankrum in that number 18. Nobody failed to qualify, and nobody to the rear, which is pretty odd. Nobody had to make any adjustments or anything.
And does that mean Dawson Cram made it?
He's Xfinity. Just wait. Because Xfinity technically got canceled. So, didn't exactly go in his favor, but we're not there yet. Yeah. Stage 1 went to the number 9, Mr. Grant Enfinger, and then Corey Heim stole the show in stage 2, as well as the race win. Mr. Daniel Hemrick, former Cup driver, came in 2nd. Mr. Raja Karuth is on a roll right now. He came in 3rd. Tyler Ankrum, your pole sitter, came in 4th, and then Mr. Tanner Gray rounded out your top 5.
Yes, sir. And in 6, you got Ben Rhodes, followed by Matt Crafton, Bailey Curry in 8th, Dawson Sutton in 9th, and Ty Majeski in 10th. Carson Hocevar and Frankie Muniz, the two that we were kind of following as a podcast. Hocevar hit 17th, and Muniz got 25th. Sorry for all the background noise. They decided to be loud.
I can't actually hear him at the moment, so he might be good.
Oh, good.
Mr. Frankie Muniz got taken out on lap 145 in a nice little accident. And Tony Brenninger in the number 5 came in 26th, but she had an electrical issue back way on lap 120.
Yo.
Frankie Muniz won another 25 laps and still only finished 1 spot ahead of her.
Oof.
Your fastest lap went to my RHPD driver, even though this isn't Cup. Mr. Carson Hocevar in that number 7 happened on lap 131 with a 29.742. Post-race tech had no issues. Rhodes, Gray, and Sanchez trucks are going to R&D. Getting a little bit more of a shakedown.
They were so fast or so slow or whatever. Moving on to Xfinity, the Andes Frozen Custard 300.
If I could hit the button. There we go.
You got the purse, which is always this season. Apparently, they don't change the numbers, but it is $1,651,939. You can give me the last three digits, and I will be more than content.
Just give me the last two. I'll be good.
That ain't no lie. Austin Hill was your pole sitter, and there were a couple that failed to qualify. The infamous Dawson Cram in the 74, and CJ McLaughlin. Those two failed to qualify.
What sucks is this is Dawson Cram's 5th race in a row. He didn't qualify into the race, but unfortunately, this one he had no control over.
Yeah. There was one car to the rear for unapproved adjustments, and that was Joey Gase in the 35. Stage 1 winner was Justin Allgaier. Stage 2 was Austin Hill. Of course, Kyle Larson come in and got the show by winning it in the 88. Taylor Gray got second in the 54. Riley Earps came in third. Austin Hill in fourth. And Sam Mayer finished out your top 5.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that Xfinity Haas factory team is looking pretty good. I think they've had at least one car in the top 10 almost every race this season so far.
Pretty sure.
Rounding out your top 10, former Cup driver Mr. Harrison Burton coming in 6th. Jesse Love coming in 7th, which did make a Cup appearance this past weekend. Ryan Sieg in the 39 coming 8th. Brandon Jones came in 9th, and Jeb Burton came in 10th. We do have a couple of drivers that we like to follow in Xfinity. That'd be Mr. Fast Pasta, came in 12th, so almost got up in the top 10. And then Mr. Matty DiBurrito in the 99 Vikings Motorsports Machine came in 15th. Pretty good run for him as well.
Yep. Xfinity fastest lap went to the number 7 of Justin Allgaier on lap 114. He ran a 29.824, which is pretty quick. Post-race tech, Dye had 2 missing or loose lug nuts, and that will be a fine and a 1-race crew chief suspension. Larson, Erbst, Hill, and Mayer cars went to the dyno.
Yeah, so that little missing loose lug nuts we mentioned in the penalties, it actually had how much they got fined and all that stuff there. So. Anywho's, moving on to the big show, worth 400 Cup Series race. Purse of a whopping $11,055,250. Give me them last 2 digits. I'll be good.
Right.
Pole sitter is my driver, Mr. Carson Hocevar in that 77. Nobody failed to qualify because we only had 38 cars. Nobody to the rear in this race either. So Texas was pretty good for the pre-race stuff, at least.
Yeah.
Taking stage 1, Mr. Austin Cindric, your winner from last week. Kyle Larson stole stage 2. And then the other Penske driver, Mr. Joey Logano, took the race. Ross Chastain coming 2nd. Ryan Blaney securing himself top 5 and 3rd. Kyle Larson came in 4th. And none other than Legacy Motor Club getting the top 5 right there, Mr. Eric Jones.
Yes, sir. Ricky Stenhouse was right behind Jones in 6th. 7th was Austin Dillon. And the other Legacy driver, John Hunter Nemechek, got 8th. So both Legacy drivers in the top 10. That's what I'm talking
Beautiful.
about. And he was followed by Christopher Bell and Daniel Suarez.
I'm expecting it to happen again this weekend. It's a pretty similar track. I mean, it's a slightly different layout, but I think they'll be all right. The notable entries for this race, which are basically the open cars, you had the 62 of Jesse Love getting an accident on lap 217, which secured him a 31st place finish. And then in 37th place would be the 66 of Chad Fincham, who got taken out in an accident on lap 167. And your Xfinity fastest lap went to none other than Mr. Carson Hocevar, all the way back on lap 2. Lap 2, the 28.556. Nobody So research and development, no issues in post-race tech. Pretty cool there.
Sorry, we're looking for Blanky, and around here, that's grounds for a riot. No, like, yeah, it's the blanket she had on our trip, and that thing goes everywhere with us.
Nice.
Our winless streak, Ojoy Logano reset his number, and Ty Dillon added another one. Ty Dillon's currently sitting at 256, only 19 more races, and he will be caught up with Corey LaJoy.
Yeah, he's getting close.
Yes, sir.
Close. That's enough about that, though. Next up, we get to talk about our rookies.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. My rookie, I chose SVG. He started 37th and finished 22nd. He currently 35th in points with 121. He's got 11 starts and 1 top 10.
Yeah, that's about the only thing you got better than me is that top 10 right now.
Yep.
Riley Herbst started in 21st and almost got himself up there. He finished in 14th. He's 33rd in standings with 141 points. Not too shabby. Little work to do, though.
Yeah. I will be right back. I'm sorry. I've got to help find Blanky because it's starting to melt down. So
Gotcha.
I will be right back.
Yeah, we're going to flip over to RHPD Motorsports. Maybe by the time I talk about my drivers, he will be back from that emergency situation. So as you can see here, my two drivers, what we did here, if you are a Hellraiser from last season, when we got to, I think it was 25, either 25 or 50 subscribers, we decided to make RHPD Motorsports. And essentially what it is we pick 4 drivers, put them together as a team, kind of like Hendrick Motorsports or one of those guys. And at the end of the season, we'll see how we stack up against everybody else. This year, we decided to put a little twist on it. I picked 2 drivers. He picked 2 drivers. And then we're going to kind of have like a mini team against each other, as well as our collective team, seeing where we fit in on the whole shebang. So, with that being said, my 2 drivers are the 37 of Mr. Carson Hocevar, the 73 of Mr. Tyler Reddick. 2 numbers that don't really get used all that much, so it kind of works out for me. Mr. Carson Hocevar has 11 starts. He just got a pole this weekend. He's got 1 top 5, 2 top 10s. He started first this past weekend, finished in 24th, unfortunately. And he's currently 17th in standings with 219 points. But then jumping to the 73 of Tyler Reddick, started in 17th, finished in 21st. Currently 5th in standings with 337 points. That's 1 spot above his driver there. He's got 11 starts with 1 pole, 3 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. I don't know if he's going to make it back, so I'll go over his drivers real quick, and then we'll let him jump back in if he makes it. He's got the 55 and the 56. In his number 55, he's got Cole Custer, who's got 11 starts with a whole bunch of goose eggs. Started in 20th, finished in 19th. He's currently sitting 34th in the regular season point standings with 127 points. And then Mr. Christopher Bell, his anchor driver in that NOS Energy 56. Started 16th, finished 9th, so he secured another top 10 there. Gives him 1 pole, 1 stage win, 5 top 5, 7 top 10s, and 3 race wins. Currently 6th in the standings with 335 points. So just 2 points behind my Tyler Reddick. That means we're doing better than him. So that works. I'll take it. Take the wins when you can get them. You know what I'm saying? That's all of our drivers on RHPD Motorsports. You want to make your picks for drivers that you like on your team, go to our NASCAR Fantasy League on NASCAR.com. Search Raise Hail Praise Dale podcast. Make sure you spell it HALE for Hale, and then add that podcast on the end, or you will be in somebody else's podcast, or not podcast, but Fantasy League. That's fine and dandy, but if you don't join ours, you don't get entered into the Lionel Racing 164th that you could secure if you can somehow manage to beat Trash Can, which I'm only, I think when I checked, I was about 50 points behind him. Not too terrible. We gonna try and get him. But yeah, there is a password to get into the league. It's all lowercase RHPD2024. Well, get yourself in there and try and get yourself ahead. Good thing is you'll be able to use all of your drivers. Now, if you already had a fantasy team on NASCAR.com and you join up, your points do transfer over. So don't be afraid to think that you're going to get like zeroed out and have to start from scratch. Points will follow. Also, while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join those 128 other Hellraisers we got out there. Any and all subscriptions help. We here for you, and like to know what we can do to make this show better for you. But with that being said, we'll continue on to trackside trends. All right. Get to talk about all the new stuff in NASCAR. So first things first, after that Chris Bell crash at Talladega into that little wall where your emergency vehicles come out at, they are going to modify that backstretch wall. Not sure if it'll be done before the fall race or not. We'll see. Changes to try and make the place safer. That's all they're doing. With that being said, we got another new channel that's going to have NASCAR 24/7 going on. Zumo Play has launched a NASCAR channel that offers race fans round-the-clock NASCAR content, including classic races, re-airs of the season's events, original series, documentaries. Why couldn't I say that word? I was having to pause. And a whole lot more. So, Zumo Play, in addition to the NASCAR channel on Tubi, 2 different places to watch a whole bunch of NASCAR goodies. Now that seems like the crisis is averted, right? Crisis has been averted, and all things are good in JT Dallas land.
Yeah, just to clarify, my oldest daughter put it in a box in the back of the dog kennel where we couldn't see it. So,
seems legit.
Yeah.
Good hiding spot for it.
Yeah, I know, right? NASCAR has adjusted its all-star heat races from 60 laps to 75 with a caution around 30.
Yeah, so a little bit longer of heat races now.
Yep. No problem.
Granted, it's North Wilkesboro, so it's not exactly a humongous track, but
right.
15 more laps is 15 more laps. Chug. Oh.
Dude, I'm dying of thirst for some reason. All right, let's see here. TNT Sports has just released a NASCAR studio team for its 5-race stretch this summer. Parker Kligerman, Jamie McMurray, and Shannon Spake. They'll all be in the studio. Danielle Trotta, Alan Kavana, and Marty Snyder will be pit reporters.
Yep. Here's some good news, though. I figured we'd finish off the NASCAR news with this one right here. NASCAR makes it official. Finale is going to rotate year to year. 2026.
Heck
Homestead.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, about time. So Homestead obviously is going to be in the rotation. November 6th through 8th of 2026 will be that championship race weekend. Phoenix still going to have 2 races on the schedule, but it will be included in the championship rotation. So I'm assuming since it's not going to have a 2026 championship race, it's probably going to be a playoff race and a regular race, if I had to guess. When Homestead has the championship race, though, it will not have a spring race. So Homestead will still only have 1 race a season.
Wow.
As far as the other tracks that'll be included in that rotation, it's to be determined, but they did say that it will not be super speedway tracks. So Atlanta, Talladega, Daytona, no goes.
Man, they should have a Talladega championship.
I don't know how I feel about having a super speedway as a championship race.
Why you say that?
Because you got big ones just take everybody out.
Yeah, perfect.
What if all 4 drivers get taken out in the same wreck?
Hey, it is what it is. If you were ahead of all the others, looks like you got the championship.
That'd be some sketchy stuff right there.
Oh, yeah.
They are supposedly talking about some playoff reformats too. See if anything ever comes of that. So.
If only they would talk about horsepower reformats.
Yeah, well, we did mention it last episode about the All-Star race. NASCAR saying no, you can bring whatever you want to. The teams have said no. I don't know.
Well, yeah, of course the teams are going to say no, because then they'd have to devote more money to make something even better, and they don't want crap.
Right.
I say force them to.
Yeah. Or, I mean, bring what you got. I mean, if you just throw together a car you already got in the shop, that's on you. You're just going to be slower than the person that decided to spend money.
Yeah, run what you brung. I'm down for
it. Team changes. SVG is going to drive a Kubota-sponsored JRM number 9 at Watkins Glen for Infinity Series when that comes up.
I bet that's going to be a pretty nice little race for SVG.
Potentially another win under his belt.
Yeah. Kind of related to Earnhardt, because of course, Junior Motorsports. Jeffrey Earnhardt will be making 2 additional appearances for Sam Hunt Racing in 25, and that would be at Nashville and Bristol.
Good stuff.
So
good to see him back on track.
Another
Earnhardt. He deserves a full-time ride. I don't care what you say.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, is that Kelly's son?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Casey Caudill, founder of Prime Gate Holdings and C3 Skids, has joined the ownership group of the NASCAR Cup Series team Amerivet. With Caudill's addition to the leadership team, Team Amerivet is poised to expand both its schedule and its community impact. So I'm assuming that means we're going to see some more races. They show up in that number 50.
Hopefully. Well, depending on what side you're on, some news. North Carolina judge denies Legacy Motor Club's motion for preliminary injunction to keep Rick Ware Racing from making any moves with the charter as part of their legal dispute, according to an online court records. I don't understand how that judge would be like, oh, no, they can do what they want. Because, I mean, if Legacy had proof of them saying something, you get what I'm saying?
Well, that's the part I'm confused about, because I've seen dates of when that was supposed to take effect, and I saw at the end of this season, and then I saw at the end of 2026 is when it was supposed to take place. So I don't know which one is the actual date, but I'm assuming if they're doing all this court stuff now, I would assume it would be at the end of this season. But
yeah,
I could be wrong. Happened before.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just saying that the judge kind of denied their
saying that Rick Ware can't go out and be like, hey, somebody else want to buy this thing.
Yeah, I don't understand why the judge would say that. I mean, if it is like that's the questionable, like that's the whole reason they're going to court. Why would a judge be like, "Oh yeah, you can do what you want"?
You hear the wife?
No, I didn't.
Nice bike. I think it's awesome. It's very pretty.
Thank you. I'm gonna pinstripe it here pretty soon.
Let me get one.
Yeah, you should let him get one. It's a lot of fun.
Go in the bathroom. Anywho's.
But anyway, that's just that's where I'm kind of stuck on. Like, I could understand if like Rick Ware was trying to still sell it to Legacy and Legacy wanted to back out of the deal that way. I could understand if the judge was like, "Oh yeah, you can go sell it to whoever," but it with it being flopped, like you get what I'm saying.
Well, I just think it's the fact that Rick Ware's wanting to stick around. Like they leased that one out to RFK, so technically they get that one back at the end of the season, and they'll have to release it out, which I'm sure RFK will wind up doing. But I'm sure Rick Ware was like, "Oh yeah, we'll sell this at the end of the season, and we'll just make money sitting here and watch other people race and throw in a couple open cars every now and then." But then they started running that 51 and then Corey LaJoy situation. They're like, "Yeah, maybe we want to hold on to this charter here." And
and then if the reason I'm saying if is because neither one of us can say definitively who's in the right, who's in the wrong. We weren't there during all the negotiations. If there was a document signed, I mean, I don't understand why the judge would be like, "Oh no, you can go ahead and sell this to somebody else." Yeah, I don't. You know what I mean? That just makes no sense to me. But
I don't know all the details and all that stuff.
Yeah. Like I said, there's probably a way better way to explain it than the way I'm trying to, but shoot, I only speak redneck. I don't speak legal.
Yeah, I know how you mean there.
All right, so moving on to the race day horizon.
Alrighty. Hitting that schedule, baby.
I'll let you
going to Kansas. Starting on Friday. That'd be May 9th. Friday coming up. You got all your ARCA action on that Friday. Doesn't look like practice or qualifying are going to be aired anywhere, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But at 9:30 in the morning, you got your ARCA open practice. Then at 5 o'clock that afternoon, you got your official last practice and your qualifying. Then at 8 p.m. on FS1, baby, you got your Tide 150. And you do have one of the podcast drivers starting Kansas. Brayton Laster, Pizza Man.
Oh, Pizza Man.
So look forward to being able to watch him on TV. Speaking of, I think he has a couple of spots left on his car he's trying to sell out.
So if you want to donate, we will gladly put RHPD on his car. Yeah. I think it's like $100 a spot.
I know he said it was less than $500 for what they were looking for. I didn't reach out to him for specific details, but it is what it is.
It's pretty smart. It's pretty smart just selling them out to fans and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get the money either way. Right. But like we mentioned, it's the Tide 150 on FS1, and it'll be 100 laps around Kansas.
Nice. All right, on Saturday, May 10th, trucks practice and qualifying on FS2 starts at 2:05 p.m. Cup practice and qualifying will be on Prime at 5:40 p.m., followed by the truck race at 7:30 p.m. The Heart of Healthcare 200 will be on FS1. The first stage and second stage will both be 30 laps, followed by the final stage of 74 laps for a grand total of 134 laps.
Yes.
And hang on. And on
Sunday. Hang on, man. This is gonna get bumpy.
All right, so on all Sunday FS1 showdown started at 1:30 in the afternoon. You got your NASCAR race day to talk about the upcoming race and all kinds of coverage and stuff. And then at 3 o'clock, you got your big show, the Advent Health 400 on FS1. Bet you can't guess what scheme Eric Jones is running.
Massey.
Your Advent Health 400 first stage will be 80 laps. Second stage is adding 5 laps to that, so that'll be 85 laps. And the final stage will be 102 laps. If you're not familiar with these laps, it's the same stage lengths as last week at Texas. And it's the same amount of laps, 267 laps around Kansas.
And if you're new to NASCAR, let me explain something to you. You're wondering why it's an odd number of laps, and he said it's the same number. They don't get these numbers by just flipping a coin or putting it in a generator. Yeah.
You don't say.
I know. And the reason it is the Advent Health 400 is because it will be 400 miles, and Texas and Kansas are the same length tracks.
Mile and a half, baby.
Yes, sir. So that's where they get the lap links. So if you do the math, it'll usually show about, first stage would be about X amount of miles, so on and so forth. Just for our new listeners, if you guys have been watching for a while, you understand it, and I'm sure this is redundant, but gotta love on our new fans.
Yeah, gotta keep them around,
Yes, sir. We do have a couple of entries that the podcast will watch for, of course, trucks and Cup. So for truck, we got 3 entries. Brandon Jones will be in the number 1. Oh, Willie B will be in the
birthday
07.
girl.
Man, what you think? It's her birthday or something? Happy birthday.
16.
All right, that's great.
Carson Husk won the 7.
Thank you, bestie. Bye.
What's poppin'?
Bye. I just want to come in.
And so
Brad.
in the comments, y'all need to wish her a happy birthday too,
Hale said happy birthday.
Guys.
Haley said happy birthday too.
She said thanks. All right. So, and then in Cup, we have Jesse Love, who will also start at Richmond in the 33, and Corey Heim in the 67.
Yes, sir. You got some. Well, I still got the schedule up. Hey, you're right there, Fritz. The family element is what makes this show special. I like
That's
to pop
right.
in every now and then. What can you do?
Or lose a blanket and have to back off a little bit and go find a blanket that your other one hid. Good times.
Playing hide and seek, no big deal. But with that being said, since it's Tuesday, we got a couple of extra schemes we get to go over for Kansas. Normally we would, I think, we would have done it yesterday. We would only had like 2 to show y'all, but now we got quite a few more. Starting
100%.
off will be all of the RFK drivers. So
Look at that number 6, bro.
I know
I'm
it's
just saying.
pretty, isn't it?
Oh, the 60 looks awesome too.
I'm not
wish
even
they
gonna lie.
would've-
The
Man,
17
they
looks
all
good
look-
too.
Yeah, they all look pretty dang good, but that 6 caught my eye with that purple. Oh, that looks good.
It's got that yellowish
I'm gonna-
orange on it too.
I'm gonna have to pre-order that one probably.
Allegra. But like you mentioned, number 6 of Mr. Brad Kozlowski has the Kroger / Allegra car. We got a second Kroger car with the Chris Buescher, Kroger / Kleenex. And then Mr. Ryan Priest with the Fastenal Bodyguard car.
I do like that car. I like the orange in it, and I bet you that 60 is gonna pop like no other.
I might like it too, you know.
Just a little
it's
bit.
got orange. And of course,
Just-
having the double digit 60 on there is definitely looks better than.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
that 60 is like the perfect like width as far as the number. It just fills the body so good.
It does. But you might be happy with those schemes, but next up we got, bless you by the way.
Thank you.
Next up we got the Spire cars. You ready to be disappointed?
Yep, let's do it. Wow, I like the Justin Haley. The Nation Guard looks good.
Yeah, but it's not the first time we ran it this season, so it's not technically an issue.
I mean, that's 100% true, but I'm way tired of the other two.
Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. Spire. Enough said.
Very true. Enough said.
Not even gonna go over their things because they're technically all sponsored by Spire except for Justin Haley.
Yeah, who's got Nation's Guard? I mean, it's a solid scheme, but the other two are disappointments.
I'm looking forward to this next scheme to see on track.
Oh, Riley Earpst and his treetop scheme. I'm ready to see this one, bro. This is like a
it's
flashback
simple, but
to
it's
early
nice.
NASCAR, and it looks so good.
I'm looking forward to my rookie getting himself a top 10 in this paint scheme. Just saying.
That would be pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of fun times, we got Fun Pop from Ricky Spinout. This car goes nuts, and I kind of like it. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it aren't Fun Pops those like ones at Walmart that come in a little red bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
At
My
least
kids
that's
love
what I
those
think.
things.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I know my kids can't get enough of them in the summer.
But it definitely is colorful.
It's different. I think it's gonna pop on track. I think it's gonna look 10 times better on track. Honestly,
I agree. The only thing I don't like about this is like you got your colors on the side, but they're kind of cut off by that little red line.
I wish they would have let the colors go around until they got to the hood and only whited out the hood.
Yeah.
I think that would have looked a little bit better.
Yeah,
But-
probably so.
I mean, it's pretty cool though. It's
Yeah.
definitely a different take. I love when teams utilize the wrap, and this is
This is one of those
peak
times.
example of that. Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so we can talk about Corey Haim's Robin Hood car though.
Don't have the scheme for that one though.
I thought we did. My bad.
That's a new sponsor. We haven't seen that one on car yet. They haven't revealed what the sponsor is yet. But we do have some schemes for some other races, not for Kansas.
We can move on to Charlotte's. We have some RFK schemes for Charlotte.
Yeah. First off, we got the Fastenal Bodyguard for Mr. Chris Buescher. But it is not the same.
Looks pretty cool. I think it would have looked, honestly, I think it would have looked a little bit better if it was digital instead of like the old school camo, but it does look pretty good.
Yeah, I like it still though. Now what I don't like is the black blob or bodyguard on the side.
I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I mean, they had to keep the RFK stuff going. That's what makes their schemes their schemes.
But you could have had it like mostly camo and had the swooshes black.
I agree. That's what I would have done.
Or orange match the bodyguard.
Now, I think that would have looked, I don't know. I feel like that would have overdone the orange on it. I get what they were doing. They wanted the bodyguard to stand out.
You cannot overdo orange, sir.
You can.
No, you can't. Shut your mouth.
All right. So let's take a look at this Irish Spring car for Charlotte. It's basically the same, just different colors.
Yeah. But I do like it.
I like the other one a little bit better. The gold 60 on the side looks pretty good, though.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be that foil gold too.
Oh yeah, that's what it looks like. If they ran a gold 60 most of the time, I think it would look awesome. That was just, Priest's trademark was the gold number.
Yeah.
But we have one more for Dega next season. It's a simple
not
design,
next season.
but I think
it's this season. It's in the fall.
I meant next. You know what I meant? Not next season. Next Dega race.
We don't have any paint schemes for 2026 yet. Don't come at us.
I'm sorry. I spoke wrong because it feels so far away. It might as well be next season. It's a simple
It'll be here
design,
before
but
you know it.
mean, I think it pulls it off well.
Yeah, of course, black and red always goes well together unless you're the Atlanta Falcons.
You sound so happy about that.
I don't know what this is you speak of.
Yeah. But that's all the schemes we have to unveil. As far as the future schemes, we can talk about a couple past schemes in our S Cubed segment.
Why? So, Slick Scheme Spotlight, or S Cubed as we like to call it, is brought to you by Happy Hour Racing. Head over to happyhourracing.com. Use code RHPD, and we get a little bit of a cut from your order without you having to spend anything extra. And they got NASCAR merch and die cast and all kinds of good stuff, as well as F1 stuff. Dally made himself an order, got himself a 7-time champ Jimmy Johnson t-shirt. Came in pretty crisp and clean.
Yes, sir.
Pretty quick return time, too.
Yeah. I ordered it Monday, and it showed up on my door Thursday. I was kind of worried about it being, because the prices were a little cheaper than like on NASCAR.com, stuff like that. I was a little worried that it was like secondhand stuff, some older stuff, whatever, but it was not. It was 100%, NASCAR certified, still in package, still had tags. Everything was great. Like I've said multiple times on this podcast, I definitely will go and use them. It's real easy. You hit NASCAR and scroll through and see what you want. They've got hats, cups, coins, shirts, die cast. They got everything. And if you're into F1, they also have an F1 store that's merged in with it. And I've seen that they just launched something that's pretty neat. I thought about doing it, but for I want to say it was $15 a month. It might be more than that, but you can sign up for their reoccurring purchase, and you will get sent a shirt once a month. So a random shirt will come at your doorstep if you collect racing shirts. So pretty neat.
I think they have
sign up for that.
They might have one for hats too.
I think so. I think they had one for hats as well. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not 100% on the price. I could be wrong. And if I am, I'm sorry. But
don't sue us. We ain't got no money anyway.
Right. You will be severely disappointed. I promise. But anyway, yeah, when you check out, use code RHPD to support the podcast. No extra cost to you. Just helps us out a little bit.
Anywho's, my kids are getting loud over here now.
Oh, I can't hear them at all. That's why. All I see is your face. Just that's all I see.
She yelled at the top of her long thing.
Heck yeah, dude.
Anywho's, moving on. Mr. JT Dallas has previous weekend's car.
Yes, sir. I chose Ryan Priest's car. It looked really good on track. I liked the sandwich on the side.
At least at the start of the race. Got out of the race, it didn't look so good. Crunched up hood and stuff. Thought about including that picture on here too, but I decided against it.
Wow, you're so nice. When the car was in all its glory at the beginning of the race, it looked really good. The colors really popped. This picture really didn't do it justice. I feel like it was a little brighter.
Yeah, it was.
But it's got a sandwich on the side of it, and I'm a fatty, so it had to be on here.
Not just any sandwich, it's grilled cheese, sir.
That's right. the king of sandwiches, grilled cheese, at 3 a.m. because we make them at night. Anyway,
The one thing my boy knows how to cook is a grilled cheese.
heck yeah, dude. I'm telling you, listen, I'm gonna let y'all in on an insider secret, okay? Instead of butter on your grilled cheese, you just use a little bit of mayonnaise, and it'll get it nice and crispy every time. Won't get soggy.
Interesting.
It's great. It's great. The more you know. Anyway, he started 33rd and finished 29th because of an accident on lap 237.
Yeah, and then his hood was all crusted it up.
Yep.
But we won't show you that. Too graphic for this channel.
Too graphic. Don't disrespect grilled cheese.
Right. The grilled cheese was still good. Right. So he had the new car. I get the classic car. I decided to throw back to Mr. Elliott Sadler in his number 38. Way back in the 2005 Subway Fresh 500 at Phoenix International Raceway. You couldn't tell why I decided to go with this car. It's an M&M's car, but they are dressed in Star Wars gear, as it was May the 4th on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Decided to stick to the Star Wars theme. We have Star Wars M&M's.
What was this? This was probably a release of like episode 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Revenge of the Sith. Yeah.
Man, that just shows you how bad of a nerd I am.
I'm not saying nothing. But he also started in 33rd. Look, our S Cube schemes both started in the same position.
They usually line up in some way or another.
Right?
It's
so
not
weird. Finished up in 11th place though. Almost secured himself a top 10. Yeah, didn't take much.
Ouch. Ouch.
Anywho, 2005 was the year I graduated high school as well. So
wow, you're old.
With that, our episode's over. Goodbye.
In 2005, I was in kindergarten.
That was your S Cubed. Brought to you by happyhourracing.com.
doesn't even acknowledge. Nope.
Nope.
Oh man. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, you should go check out all of our other socials. We post there pretty often. I haven't got to this week because work has been insane.
Work has been insane, and I had to go buy me a motorcycle.
It sounds like someone's really jealous.
I don't know who that could be.
Me. Oh, my Lord.
We got merch. Get you some merch. We got some new designs that are up now.
Yeah, go buy you merch so Voodoo can go get him a bike.
And I don't know. My wife said okay, kind of. When
hey, kind of.
Maybe I need to go find me a cheap motorcycle somewhere.
Heck yeah.
Do you have to get an extra endorsement on your license to be able to drive them up in Oklahoma too?
Yep.
We gotta get one down here too.
The only way that you don't is if it's under 50 cc's.
Gotcha.
And that's a 250. I bought a 250 because 50 cc's would take my fat butt like 20 miles an hour. Yeah, a little moped just.
Hey, mopeds get a really good gas mileage. Just saying.
You know what they don't get?
Speed.
Dignity.
Hey, in Hawaii, they are all over the place. I'll tell you that
I
much.
bet, bro. If I lived in a place like New York or something, I would definitely like want an e-bike or something.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about it, like having to
Cut up through traffic and stuff. Yeah.
But you know, Oklahoma is redneck country, so you got plenty of road to ride your motorcycle when you.
Yeah, you got plenty of back roads here too.
I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, Oklahoma is just like northern Texas, you know, Texas too. So, anyway, off of that. Let's see here. What else do we have going on? I think that's it because you covered the giveaway / fantasy earlier.
Yeah.
We asked people to sub to us.
Yeah.
Talked about our merch. I think that's it.
Yeah. So in the comments, don't forget to wish Skywalker a happy birthday, and then tell us who your pick is to win Kansas.
Oh, I guess we could talk about that real quick. Who is your pick? Because I would think I was looking for a blanket when we were usually.
As much as I hate to say it, I'm going with Denny Hamlin.
You gonna go Denny?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Reddick. I'm gonna go Tyler's gonna get it.
Interesting.
I don't know. It could be Bubbles.
I don't know. Bubba seems to have lessened breaking ability last week.
I don't know. We'll see. I would love to see Priest take a win.
That would be nice.
He's been getting low.
Who do I got on my fantasy team right now? Let's see. 'Cause I made my changes for Kansas already.
I haven't yet.
Go pull it up real quick. Fantasy. Zach ain't signed in with the.
Oh. You must have picked too good. It was like, no, we're kicking this dude out.
Okay. I only like 2 points behind.
I have been picking garbage.
Yeah, so the 6 drivers I got, obviously one of them's in the garage. I got Hamlin, Larson, Bowman, Chastain, Blaney, and your little lover boy, Bell.
Nice. Those are solid picks.
We'll see how that works out. But
yeah.
I'm currently in 2nd place in our league. The only person beating me is Trash Can.
Go figure.
Welcome, Haley.
Talking mad trash. Oh man. Well, with that being said, I guess it's time for me to sign us off. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. They're waiting to sing happy birthday to her for when we get wrapped up. So.
All right then. Well, this is JT Dallas with Race Hell Praise Dell telling you to keep your tires turning left and your fuel tanks wet. This is RHPD signing off.